We are officially less than 1 month away from the official release of the Nintendo Switch 2. Yesterday, May 5th, marked 1 month, May 5th to June 5th, until the console releases. We are in the end game now, as Dr. Strange in Infinity War said. Friends, we have less than a month until we can finally get our grubby little hands on this console, and that means the content is going to keep riling up. There's going to be a lot more content coming about games, potential leaks, accessories, the Switch 2 itself. I cannot wait to do my very first unboxing on this channel. You guys have no idea how pumped, how amped I am to be going on this journey with you guys and having you guys along with me. So, like I say every video, go ahead and drop a like and subscribe to the channel. It costs no money. It takes maybe half a second to just hit subscribe. It helps the channel so much. Having you all here, join the Discord, do all of that amazing stuff that you guys know how to do so well. But in this video, we're not talking about the Switch 2 as a system specifically. We are once again talking about a game that will be releasing on the Switch 2 on launch day. The launch title for the Nintendo Switch 2. Now, what game could that be? What games do we have to choose from? Well, I think you guys already know. In my last video, which is about to reach 10,000 views, cannot thank you guys enough. You guys really showed up for that one, and you continue to show up for it, so I appreciate that so much. But yes, we are talking about Mario Kart World once again. I could not be more excited for this game. Now, if I didn't make it clear enough in that video, some of you made it seem like I didn't, I do not condone, nor do I agree with an $80 game. I don't even agree with a $70 game. I don't agree with either of those, and I think a lot of the practices that Nintendo is doing right now are very scummy, they're very greedy, and I don't agree with them at all. With that being said, everything I'm going to say after this is with that in mind. So when I get excited talking about Mario Kart World, the first new Mario Kart in over 10 years, excuse me for being a little excited for this game. But know that no, I do not condone, I do not agree with most of the pricing for any of this, except the console itself. I think $450 for the Switch 2 is very reasonable, especially when you look at what we're going to be getting, graphics-wise, specs-wise, just the build quality of the console itself. I think $450 is more than reasonable. But we are not here to talk about the price. We're not here to talk about any of that. We are leaving that at the door. We are looking at Mario Kart World in and of itself. Do I think it looks good? Absolutely I do. I'm going to address some complaints and some potential concerns that I have as well as some other people have, so let's waste no more time and let's get into discussing. One of the big concerns that I've seen, especially on my latest video, was the free roam. People saying that it might feel hollow, that it might be kind of barren, might be kind of bare bones, and all of that is 100% possible. Obviously, I haven't played the game, and you haven't played the game, so you don't know if it's bad, and I don't know if it's good. I am just going on the assumption that it's good because it's the same company that has made Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, same company that made Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, all of these big, great games. So I don't have a lot of reason to be nervous, right? To have hesitations, to have reservations about a lot of the stuff that we've been shown so far. I think the free roam looks spectacular. I think it looks fun, and I love having it as an option in my gameplay, just having it there to play. There was one comment in particular, I'm not going to put it on the screen, I'm not going to call this person out, but they said that they don't like the free roam, they don't think it looks good, and they're scared that it will be required. In what universe would playing free roam be required? Were missions required in Mario Kart DS? No, they were not. Was battle mode required in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe? No, it was not. It is nothing more than another game mode. Look at Call of Duty, look at games like Destiny that have 10 plus different styles of gameplay, different game modes that you have the option to play at all times. Do I think free roam is going to be required for anything? Absolutely not. At the very least, maybe a costume, right? Maybe there's something you have to pick up to get a potential costume or to get like an extra or something, a music disc, maybe a potential concept art added to your dossier in the extras menu, maybe. So no, I don't think it's going to be required, and I also don't think it looks boring. I think it looks great. I love having the option to just get up and go drive around. And I think having that freedom is a very, very big thing. And even if it is a little barren, which would be unfortunate, I'm just glad that we have the option to do it at all. One of the other concerns that I have seen and that I actually agreed with a little bit before I actually did my own research and looked up some hands-on gameplay videos and people talking about this in particular is how there are so many straightaways in a lot of the tracks. Yes, there are a lot of straightaways in these courses in Mario Kart World. They are very Not all of them, but a lot of them do have a lot of straightaways. They're very kind of narrow curves, you know, like not super hard turns. And one thing that I wanted to keep in mind when talking about this is I need you to remember that there are not 8 racers in this game. There are not 12 racers in this game, much like there were in Mario Kart DS and then in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. There are 24 racers in this game, meaning there is going to be literally double the items, double the characters, double the obstacles, double the everything that happened in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. So if you thought Mario Kart 8 Deluxe was ever chaotic, if you thought it was ever overwhelming, if you thought it was ever overstimulating, you thought it was so much going on at once, you haven't seen anything, because there are going to be 24 racers, 23 other people with you in every single race going against you, trying to get the first place title. So I'm not worried about the straightaways. Do I wish there were less? 100%. But again, I haven't played the game. And from what I've seen, the straightaways look fine because you have the different mechanics now, right? You have the option to jump, like you can jump off of other players and jump off of obstacles. You can rail grind, which is awesome in one of the tracks in particular. You can wall ride, you can drive on the walls. The new gliding mechanic kind of like more like planes now. The driving on the water, right? It's not just going under the water anymore. You're literally driving on the water like a boat, like a jet ski. And so, yes, at face value, having those straightaways is problematic, and especially in a kart racer that's as polished and at such a level that Mario Kart is, right? I mean, that moniker of Mario Kart, it's easily the most recognizable kart racer of all time, one of the most recognizable gaming series in history. But just everything that's being added in makes it a lot less problematic, again, at least for me. If you still think it looks boring, then again, that's completely fine, that's your opinion, and I just don't know how you could feel that way when you have literally double the racers, the items, everything going on. I think it looks very chaotic, but in the best way possible, the Mario Kart way, you know. Another thing is the roster. This one is one that I actually agree with. I do not like a lot of the picks for this roster. I think Penguin, I think Cow, I think a lot of those are very funny. I think Spike, you know, but I just don't understand their reasoning for picking characters like that when we have characters like Dixie Kong, who has never been in a mainline Mario Kart game except for Tour. We have Funky Kong and Diddy Kong, who were literally just in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, so I can't imagine it would have been that difficult to even just transfer their model over to this game, make him playable, or just add him in anyway. There are just a lot of spaces taken up here that I don't agree with at all. I love the addition of Nabbit. Very happy he's here. He was the GOAT in New Super Mario Bros. U. But again, you just have like the Goomba. I don't care about playing as a Goomba, you know, and I know a lot of people do. I know there are a lot of Goomba fans, and if you are one of them, that's great, and I'm glad that you are glad that he's here. But when you have characters that have been in the game prior and they're not here now, it just feels very odd to not have them here, to have them missing, because they have been in the series before, right? And I don't know why it's always the Kongs. I feel like it's like snip, snap, like they're in, they're out, they're in, they're out. Just make up your mind, Nintendo. Like, add them in permanently, or don't add them in at all. Like, stop giving us hope for something that you're just not going to deliver on. So that bothers me, but in general, I don't hate the roster. It's better than Sevens. It's better than pretty much every roster we've ever gotten, except maybe Wii and 8 Deluxe. I think it's probably third. Going off of that a little bit, you have the character animations, and you have the character models themselves. I have seen a lot of the Donkey Kong gameplay playing as Donkey Kong in Mario Kart World, and I think he looks just spectacular. I love the way that this new model looks. I love the continuity with it, because if you guys saw, I'm sure you did, in the latest Nintendo Switch update on your Switch console, they replaced that old rare model in the avatars for your profile, and it's now the new one. I absolutely love it. I love that it's consistent with Mario Kart World and Bonanza. Obviously, there's little differences here and there, two different teams, but overall, obviously, they are harnessing this new design. I think it looks spectacular. I think Mario, I think Luigi, Peach, Toad, I think this whole new wave of new animations, of new models coming off of Mario Bros. Wonder, I think it looks fantastic. Everything is just so eccentric, everything is so flamboyant, so bouncy, just so happy and so fun, right? And this is exactly the game we need right now. I just wish it wasn't $80, right? But no one's going to disagree with that, right? Obviously, the price is atrocious, but you know that I'm still going to buy it day one. I got it digitally with the bundle, so, you know, I got it $30 off. I actually got it for $50, so I recommend doing that. If you have the option, if they're still selling them at launch, or if you got the pre-order, which I'm very happy. A lot of my viewers, a lot of my community members have gotten a pre-order, have them secured. I am very happy for you guys. I got one as well, obviously. But yeah, going back to the character models, They all look fantastic. They all kind of have the same art style, and I think it looks beautiful. And kind of segueing that a little bit, we're talking about the graphics on the characters. The graphics for the game in general look beautiful. I was watching a video, and it was actually a very, very good video. I can't remember who made it, but it was really good. And it was kind of just talking about comparing Mario Kart World to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And on the graphics side, they actually couldn't decide. So he actually gave them both like an equal amount of points. He didn't give one the clear edge. He didn't declare a clear winner. And I couldn't believe that, because I think Mario Kart World looks miles better than Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is a very pretty game, but you start looking a little bit closer at the characters, at the tracks, the carts, just everything in general, and it starts looking very, not ugly, but like it is a 2014 game running on a system that came out 11 years ago. You know, 2 generations old by the time the Nintendo Switch 2 comes out. And so you can see that. Mario Kart World looks like it's running on a 2025 system, running at 120 hertz at 4K, and you can tell it looks beautiful. All of the gameplay that I've seen online, all of my, the YouTubers that I watch who went to the event, giving us this glorious gameplay. The Nintendo Treehouse alone, right, gave us plenty to look at. It looks shockingly good. I cannot be happier with the way that it looks, the art style, the bounciness of all the characters, the happiness of everything. It just looks very fun. It looks very lighthearted. It looks like this is exactly what this franchise needed, because where do you go after Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, right? Where do you go after you have the definitive, arguably the definitive version of Mario Kart? You have 96 courses, you have so many characters to choose from, the items, so where do you go, right? And then kind of going off of that again, the carts. I could not be happier that we are going back to just pre-built carts. I've really never liked it. I just kind of got used to it, I kind of got complacent with having to build your cart, having to select the wheels, having to select, your the body, and then having to select the glider. I never liked that. It was just too overkill. Didn't like it. So we're finally going back to Mario Kart Wii in just the good old days where you just pick a cart. And I absolutely love that. It's very simple, but it's very effective. So now you don't have to worry about what's the meta in the wheels, what's the best glider to use, what's the best this, that, and the other. No, you can just pick whatever cart you think would work well. If it doesn't, you pick another one. You don't have to worry about choosing between 3, 4, 5 different things and then having to choose dozens of wheels, different bodies, different gliders. And I love that they're doing away with that and they're just going back to simplicity. And that is exactly what I wanted from this. This game is just checking off all the boxes for me. Going back to the price, that's the one thing. If this game was $60, this would easily, this would be a home run. It's going to be a home run. For anyone who doesn't think it's going to sell well, it's obviously going to sell well. Like, the price is one thing, and it's a very bad thing, but it's 100% not going to stop this game from doing well. This is the pack-in game for over 70% of all the Switch 2s that are being made are being sold with the Mario Kart 8 or the Mario Kart World bundle. And so obviously it's going to sell well, and I cannot wait to get my hands on it. So let me guys know in the comments, what do you guys think? Are you excited for Mario Kart World? We're talking about this game again. We're going to be talking about it more. We are less than a month away from the Switch 2 at this point. I could not be more excited to have you guys along with the journey. Again, there's no better time to subscribe and join the community. So thank you guys so much as always for watching. I look forward to hearing from you down below. Subscribe, leave a like, turn the notifications on, join the Discord, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Take care.